Sunday, Monday, happy day. Hello everybody, I'm Dan and welcome back to I Don't Work Here, Lady. Because we're back with a brand new Reddit video. 3, maybe 4 new stories for you guys. Let's just jump straight into it, shall we? Pulled earphone from my ear and started screaming by CA-Doudin. This is a XXL one, so be aware. Too long, didn't read. Despite obvious clues, Karen decides I work in the store and have been ignoring her. She blows up at me and the staff. This happened a few years back when I was fresh out of university, so about 21, 22 years old, and shopping in a popular low-cost clothes store. Primark? I just finished work and went to pick up a few shirts, socks, etc. The staff in this place generally wear dark jeans and a bright t-shirt, and I think the supervisors wear a smart casual get-up. I'm wearing a suit, I've got a backpack on, and I'm listening to music on earphones. In my opinion, I 100% don't look like I'm one of the staff, and the added backpack and listening to earphones are dead giveaways that I'm a customer, not an employee. Me equals me, K equals Karen, and S equals store staff. As per usual, E. As I'm browsing and picking up a few things, I notice someone standing near me from the side. I assume that I'm in the way of someone, so making a movement to step away and carry on browsing. A moment later, I feel a sharp tug in my ear as my earphone has just been ripped away from it. I turn around and the following happens. Obviously not word for word, perfect, but pretty close. Hashtag not spawn. What the? Why have you ignored me? I'm at a loss because I don't recognize her. I didn't realize I was ignoring anyone, and my earphones have been ripped on my ear and it's in her hand. Why? I'm sorry, I don't know you. I wasn't ignoring you. Yes, you were. I've been trying to get your attention for a while now, and you keep walking away and ignoring me. You should have earphones in. Right. Okay. I still don't know you. Did we speak earlier at the hotel? I had been at a small event at a nearby hotel that morning. No. I want to know where I can find the shoes, hats, jewellery. Whatever it was that you wanted, I don't remember. I have been trying to get your help, but you keep ignoring me. I know you heard me, you are just being lazy and not helpful. Okay. Right. I reckon whatever upstairs and probably on your left. At this point, I'm still not sure what's going on and think this woman is slightly confused and incredibly rude. What do you mean they are probably there? How incompetent must you be? How stupid are you that you lie to customers? What is your problem, lady? I don't know whatever it is, I don't work here. I would have cursed a fair bit during this sequence because I was now shocked at being screamed at. I will let you imagine what colourful words need added in. However, I certainly didn't raise my voice. I would have just dropped the general niceness in it. You're cursing now also? Unbelievable. How dare you use language like that? And to lie to a customer? You have no respect. I don't know why I'm pointing at you guys, but not appropriate. Opening taking someone's eye out. All this commotion has attracted a lot of attention as it's a fairly big store and quite busy, so some staff and supervisors have arrived over at this point. I want to speak to the store manager. What? Now, this rude man has lied to me, ignored me, and used an awful language at me. I am disgusted at the lack of respect shown to your customers. Alright, our apologies, madam. We will sort this out now. Sir, would you please put those clothes down and leave the store? No! I want him taken to the manager. He needs to be disciplined and trained how to speak to customers. He's literally screaming into the face and poor soul right now who has no clue what's going on. I really can't do that, but I'll radio security and ask them to escort him from the store. I would also ask you to lower your voice. Do not disturb our other customers, please. No! I will address you however I like as I am a customer. Take him to the manager. He needs to be fired. I will be speaking to the manager about you too. Now the staff have clicked what's happened. Do you know this woman? I have no idea who she is, but she ripped my earphone out of my ear and started to scream at me. And you don't work here? Nope. I'm just here to buy clothes. He is lying. Where is your manager? Security have now arrived and began to come towards me. Oh, hold on. This is a big mix-up. This man doesn't work here. I don't recognize him, and he says he doesn't work here. I don't believe you're just defending your friend. I'm disgusted by this store. I will never shop here again. I'm going to report this. I can't keep this voice up. I'm going to report this all to your head office. What are your names? You all suffer because of this. Blah, 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 etc., etc. From here, the story sort of wraps up. Karen eventually gives up trying to convince the staff and me that I work there and is escorted by the staff from security. I pick up my clothes again, get an apology from the staff, and a sweet little discount when I check out. Part of me was convinced that this woman would be outside waiting to confront me again. However, to my surprise, she slinked off into the night. Probably to terrorize some other young people going about their day. Wow. This is the type of thing I can actually see happening in Primark. Or else there. The day Karen gave me her bra. Good night, everybody. My user, Sylph. Another XXL one, so hope you've got popcorn. I don't. I'm all out of that. Cock. Hello everybody, obligatory disclaimer. I'm on mobile and English isn't my first language. Feel free to point out any mistake. I'm still learning how to write long text in English. I might not be extremely clear sometimes, and I'm sorry about that. I'm English, it's my first language, and I'm still not fluent in it. This happened a couple of years ago, back when I was about 17, to set up the context. I was in class sitting next to my friend, L. What the fuck is this, Death Note? L? You're gonna have an arch nemesis called Kira. When she turned to me with a mildly panicked look on her face and whispered, I think the straps on my bras broke. I told her to just wait for now, so we were only an hour away from lunch break. At the end of class, we went to the bathroom to check on it. The tiny plastic bit that holds the strap had broke on both sides because the bra was pretty old. She said she couldn't stay like that until the end of the day, so we decided to go buy her a new one at a lingerie store close to the school and would eat during a free period in the afternoon. A few minutes after we arrived at the store, Elle had just chosen a few bras that fit her budget and went to try them on. As I was waiting for her and occasionally looking inside the fitting room to tell her my opinion on the bra she had on, I passed the time by talking to a very nice employee who was working next to me on a small desk. She had a new collection on a pile right to her right, and I put a price tag on it before putting it to her left. Like so. I thought that needed a demonstration, but it did. After a while, she left to put it on a shelf, and this is when I was left alone to meet Karen. Karen came out of the fitting room next to Elle's, her arms full of underwear. She looked around the small space we were in and spotted me immediately. She walked straight to me and shoved the items in my hands, making a white bra fall in the process. None of these fit, she said as I was a disgusting insect crawling on the floor. Go put it back! I look at her lost. I don't work here, madam. Yes, you do. I heard you talk to that other employee and you were giving advice to that other girl. Hearing that, Elle pressed her head against the curtain. She's telling the truth. She is my friend. We are just shopping. Being your friend does not exempt her to do her job, Karen snapped him back. It was getting annoying, so I took out my student card. See? I'm still in high school and a minor. I do not work here. Without saying a word, Karen gave me a mean look, took back her things, and as I was still holding and turned to the small table where she dumped them on a new collection, proceeded to walk on the fallen bra, leaving stains on it. I objected. But I don't think you can leave that here. How would you know you don't work here? She said with a smirk at the moment the nice employee came back and asked if everything was okay. Karen turned her head to her so fast I thought her neck would break. When she laid her eyes on the employee and smiled, said, absolutely. I was about to leave and just making conversation with these nice young ladies. So walked an employee, put her claw on her stomach and asked, how far along are you, sweetie? I can just imagine that scene. You know when Dr. Grant in Jurassic Park puts the raptor claw across the kid's stomach? Yeah. If you hear, and you watch as your intestines fall out. Because you are alive when they start to eat you. I'm not pregnant. Oh! She removed her hand and looked her up and down and said, well, fella, you should work in your weight. She pointed at the pile of clothing. You have work to do. And like that, left the store as we looked at her dumbfounded. Elle had already went back inside to put her clothes back on as she had made her choice and therefore didn't hear Karen's final lines. I was waiting for her and looked at the nice employee. She was red in the face and asked me in a small voice if her skirt really made her look fat. I told her she looked stunning and that Karen was just a mean, jealous old bat and to ignore her. She smiled and thanked me. She then told me about how much of a pain it would be to sort Karen's mess and allowed my friend to walk out with a new bra on. Scan it directly on Elle at the register. Went back to school, I told Elle what happened when she didn't pay attention. It was the only time I was mistaken for a store settlement. Honestly, it made me have more respect for them and what people then put through every day. What people like them put them through every day. There we go, I fixed it for you. Too long didn't read, Karen mistook me for a store employee and then was mean to the real employee for no reason. That's the thing about being a store employee. You get a mean customer, you can't really be mean back on fear of getting fired, disciplined, all sorts. But as a customer, as a fellow customer, you can slag them off to the heavens. No, you don't work here. I use a Achilles chaos. So today I was the one in the wrong. I'm a FedEx driver. I was filling in for someone on a route that's totally new to me. At one of my stops, a business. I pulled up with no clue where to drop the massive, heavy parcels I had for them. I parked and hopped out. Headed for the front door. Halfway there, I ran into a guy in a uniform. Now, I have no idea what the people working for this company wear, but I see a uniform and think, hey, maybe. So I ask him, hey, you work here? He raises his eyebrows and says, what can I help you with? I tell him I'm there to deliver and ask which bay I should pull into. And to my amazement, Dude says, oh shit, sorry, I don't work here. I must have looked so confused as he actually started laughing and went to his truck. I went inside, asked people who actually worked there where to go, pulled up in the proper bay, and lo and behold, the same guy who said he didn't work there came and helped me unload the crates. Wouldn't accept no for an answer, laughed at me when I kept insisting he didn't work there. Kinda wholesome, not gonna lie, made my whole day. That was a nice one to read. Thank you so much, please chaos. That was lovely. And for our final story, small short one, Madame, I am a cop. By Darth Bull 80. Maybe Darth Bully? Bully? No accent on it, so. Usual disclaimer, English is my first language, fair actually, and I am on a cell phone. It's a mobile phone. It's a mobile on a cell phone. It's a mobile phone. Not as aggravating as usual posting here, and rather sweet, so I thought I'd post it anyway. A few years ago, I was a cop in the south of France. Since changed into the medical field. We often stopped at a bakery or supermarket to get something to eat and take back to the station to eat on our break. That day, it was summer. I did go alone to the supermarket, casino, while my partner waited in the car. While I was browsing for some sweets, in her uniform, an old lady asked me if I could fetch her something from a higher up shelf. Of course, I obliged. After I got her cookies, or was it Madeline's? I can't remember. She asked me where the cat food was, and I showed her. After that, something else, and I don't know where it was. Okay, so I told her we're looking for it together. She was slightly disappointed that I didn't know where everything was located, asking me if I'm new here. That's where I cracked up, laughed, and told her, Madame, I don't work here. I'm a cop. I pointed at a big patch that said Police Municipal on my vest. She changed colour, went red, and excused herself profoundly. I told her, no worries. It was my pleasure, and left her with an employee who came by. I love this story, as the lady was very sweet, but I never understood how she could mistake a big guy in a dark blue uniform with body armour and armed and legged. Not to mention with at least 3 patches declaring my function with the employees of the store that were all red. That was a little bit wholesome one to end on. That was nice. Thank you so much, Darth Bully. And that's going to be it for today, guys. If you liked it, hit the like button, subscribe for more content. Any suggestions, let me know in the comments down below or in the Discord. The link is in there. Doobly doobly doob doobs. And that is it for today. So, now go away.